Defining dinosaurs. A more handy general definition would go something like this. Dinosaurs are extinct animals with upright limbs that lived on land during the Mesozoic era, which lasted from 252 to 66 million years ago. This era is also known as the Age of Dinosaurs. Welcome to Evolution Channel. Dinosaurs lived on Earth for about 165 million years, from the Triassic period to the end of the Cretaceous period. At the beginning of the Age of Dinosaurs, during the Triassic period about 230 million years ago, the continents were arranged together as a single supercontinent called Pangaea. During the 165 million years of dinosaur existence, this supercontinent slowly broke apart. The Triassic period 252 to 201 million years ago began after Earth's worst-ever extinction event devastated life. The first dinosaurs walked on the land, the first pterosaurs sailed through the skies, and the first ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs swam in the oceans. The Triassic was a time of recovery and diversification after the mass extinction at the end of the Permian. Which animals lived in the Triassic? The dominant land animals were reptiles. The first dinosaurs, marine reptiles, lizards, and tortoises appeared. Mammals appeared during the Triassic, but they remained insignificant until their competitors, the dinosaurs, became extinct at the end of the Cretaceous. Crocodiles were abundant. The early Triassic was the hottest portion of the entire Phanerozoic, seeing as it occurred during and immediately after the discharge of titanic volumes of greenhouse gases from the Siberian traps. The cause of the end-Triassic extinction is a matter of considerable debate. Many scientists contend that this event was caused by climate change and rising sea levels resulting from the sudden release of large amounts of carbon dioxide. The Jurassic Era. The Jurassic is a geologic period and stratigraphic system that spanned from the end of the Triassic period 201.4 million years ago to the beginning of the Cretaceous period, approximately 143.1 Maya. The Jurassic period is known as the Age of the Dinosaurs. It was a time when dinosaurs flourished and when the first birds appeared. Named for the Jura Mountains on the border between France and Switzerland, where rocks of this age were first studied, the Jurassic has become a household. The start of the Jurassic was marked by the major Triassic-Jurassic extinction event, associated with the eruption of the Central Atlantic Magmatic Province. The beginning of the Torsion Age started around 183 million years ago and is marked by the Torsion Oceanic Anoxic event, a global episode of oceanic anoxia, ocean acidification, and elevated global temperatures associated with extinctions, likely caused by the eruption of the Carbonaceous large igneous provinces. The end of the Jurassic, however, has no clear, definitive boundary with the Cretaceous, and is the only boundary between geological periods to remain formally undefined. By the beginning of the Jurassic, the supercontinent Pangaea had begun rifting into two landmasses, Laurasia to the north and Gondwana to the south. The climate of the Jurassic was warmer than the present, and there were no ice caps. Forests grew close to the poles, with large arid expanses in the lower latitudes. On land, the fauna transitioned from the Triassic fauna, dominated jointly by dinosauromorph and pseudosuchian archosaurs, to one dominated by dinosaurs alone. The first stem group birds appeared during the Jurassic, evolving from a branch of theropod dinosaurs. Other major events include the appearance of the earliest crabs and modern frogs, salamanders and lizards. Mammaliaforms, one of the few cynodont lineages to survive the end of the Triassic, continued to diversify throughout the period, with the Jurassic seeing the emergence of the first crown group mammals. Crocodilomorphs made the transition from a terrestrial to an aquatic life. The oceans were inhabited by marine reptiles such as ichthyosaurs and plesiosaurs, while pterosaurs were the dominant flying vertebrates. Modern sharks and rays first appeared and diversified during the period, while the first known crown group teleost fish appeared near the end of the period. The flora was dominated by ferns and gymnosperms, including conifers, of which many modern groups made their first appearance during the period, as well as other groups like the extinct Benedictitals. The Jurassic period is divided into three epochs: early, middle, and late. Similarly, in stratigraphy, the Jurassic is divided into the Lower Jurassic, Middle Jurassic, and Upper Jurassic series. Geologists divide the rocks of the Jurassic into a stratigraphic set of units called stages, each formed during corresponding time intervals called ages. Jurassic stratigraphy is primarily based on the use of ammonites as index fossils. The first appearance datum of specific ammonite taxa is used to mark the beginnings of stages, as well as smaller timespans within stages, referred to as ammonite zones. These, in turn, are also sometimes subdivided further into subzones. Global stratigraphy is based on standard European ammonite zones, with other regions being calibrated to the European successions. The oldest part of the Jurassic period has historically been referred to as the Lias or Liassic, roughly equivalent in extent to the early Jurassic, but also including part of the preceding Rhaetian. The Hatangian stage was named by Swiss paleontologist Eugene Renevier in 1864 after Hettange Grande in northeastern France. The GSSP for the base of the Hatangian is located at the Kujak Pass, Karwendel Mountains, northern Calcareous Alps, Austria. It was ratified in 2010. The beginning of the Hatangian, and thus the Jurassic as a whole, is marked by the first appearance of the ammonite Siloceras spili tyrolicum in the Kendelbach Formation exposed at Kujak. The base of the Jurassic was previously defined as the first appearance of Siloceras planorbis by Albert Oppel in 1856–58, but this was changed as the appearance was seen as too localized an event for an international boundary. The end of Jurassic era, some have hypothesized that an impact from an asteroid or comet caused the Triassic-Jurassic extinction, similar to the extraterrestrial object which was the main factor in the Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction about 66 million years ago, as evidenced by the Chicxulub crater in Mexico. The Cretaceous period was a geological period that lasted from 145 million to 66 million years ago. The name Cretaceous comes from the Latin creta, which means chalk. It's named for the large quantities of chalk rock laid down at this time in Western Europe. The UK's famous White Cliffs of Dover are just one of many late Cretaceous chalk deposits. It was the final period of the Mesozoic era and the longest period of the Phanerozoic Eon. The Cretaceous period for big animals such as Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops, or for being the end of the age of dinosaurs. This era was characterized by significant geological shifts, as Pangaea continued its fragmentation, shaping the continents we know today and creating vast, shallow seas due to a generally warm climate. Life flourished dramatically, with dinosaurs reigning supreme on land, including iconic species like Tyrannosaurus rex and Triceratops. Simultaneously, marine reptiles such as mosasaurs dominated the oceans and flowering plants, angiosperms, underwent rapid diversification, transforming terrestrial ecosystems. However, this vibrant era concluded with the catastrophic Cretaceous-Paleogene (KPG) extinction event, likely triggered by a massive asteroid impact, which eradicated the non-avian dinosaurs and many other forms of life, paving the way for the rise of mammals in the subsequent Cenozoic era. The Cretaceous-Paleogene extinction event, also known as the KT extinction, was the mass extinction of 3/4 of the plant and animal species on Earth approximately 66 million years ago. The event caused the extinction of all non-avian dinosaurs. At the end of the Cretaceous period, 65 million years ago, an asteroid hit Earth in the Yucatan Peninsula, Mexico, forming what is today called the Chicxulub. Many animals survived the asteroid impact that killed the dinosaurs, including birds, crocodiles, sharks, bees, and horseshoe crabs. Birds are the only living dinosaurs, as they are the descendants of the common ancestor of all dinosaurs. Birds are a type of dinosaur that belonged to the theropod group, which also included Tyrannosaurus rex. Birds evolved from dinosaurs after a mass extinction event 65 million years ago. Some birds that survived the extinction event had advanced features like higher metabolic rates, more efficient flight systems, and faster growth rates. These advanced birds are the ancestors of today's birds. Fossils of dinosaurs with feathers, like Anchiornis, suggest that birds evolved from a gliding ancestor. Other evidence that birds evolved from dinosaurs includes similar eggshell microstructure and similar collagen protein sequences. While birds are the closest living descendants of dinosaurs, crocodilians are their closest living relatives, highlighting the diverse and complex tree of life that connects modern species with their ancient ancestors. Dinosaur fossils are the preserved remains of dinosaurs that lived millions of years ago. They can include bones, teeth, footprints, and even skin impressions. Dinosaur fossils are usually found in sedimentary rocks, which are formed from layers of sand, silt, mud, and organic material. To find dinosaur fossils, look for outcrops of sedimentary rocks. Paleontologists use fossil evidence preserved in ancient rock to discover how long-extinct animals lived and behaved. In most cases, a fossilized bone is actually a rock made out of minerals, with no trace of the original bone material. Thanks for watching my video for so long and stay tuned for more evolution and historycal videos. Thank you and greetings.